What is dropshipping? Dropshipping is a business model in which a retailer does not keep goods in stock, but instead, whenever a customer places an order, the retailer purchases the item from a third party and has it shipped directly to the customer. This allows the retailer to offer a wide range of products without having to invest in inventory or warehousing. In the dropshipping model, the retailer is responsible for marketing and selling the products, while the supplier handles the fulfillment and shipping. The retailer typically sets their own prices for the products and keeps the difference between the wholesale price and the retail price as profit. Dropshipping can be a useful way for businesses to enter the e-commerce market without having to invest heavily in inventory and logistics. However, it can also be risky as the retailer has little control over the quality and reliability of the suppliers and the shipping process. How can I become a dropshipper? To become a dropshipper, you will need to follow these steps. Identify a niche, choose a specific product or type of product that you want to sell. This will help you focus your marketing efforts and attract a specific type of customer. Negotiate terms, contact the suppliers and negotiate terms such as pricing, shipping, and returns policies. It's important to establish a good working relationship with your suppliers to ensure a smooth dropshipping process. Set up a website. You will need a website or online store to sell your products. Choose an e-commerce platform, such as Shopify or WooCommerce, and design your website. Market your business. Once your website is set up, you will need to market your business and drive traffic to your site. You can do this through social media, search engine optimization, and paid advertising. Process orders. When you receive an order, you will need to purchase the item from your supplier and have it shipped directly to the customer. You will also need to handle customer service inquiries and returns. It's important to note that starting a dropshipping business requires a significant amount of effort and dedication. You will need to be able to find reliable suppliers, manage inventory and shipping, and market your business effectively. However, with hard work and persistence, you can build a successful dropshipping business. How much money is needed to start dropshipping? The amount of money needed to start a dropshipping business can vary widely depending on a number of factors, such as the type of products you want to sell, the platform you use to sell them, and the marketing strategies you employ. Generally speaking, however, you can start a dropshipping business with relatively little upfront investment. Setting up a website or online store through platforms like Shopify or WooCommerce typically costs a few $100s per year, and you may need to pay for a domain name and hosting as well. You will also need to pay for marketing and advertising to drive traffic to your site. The main cost associated with dropshipping is purchasing the products from your suppliers. However, you don't need to pay for these products until you have received an order from a customer, so you can start a dropshipping business with a relatively small amount of capital. That being said, it's important to remember that starting a business of any kind requires a significant amount of time and effort, and it may take some time before you start seeing a profit. How to set up Instagram dropshipper account? To set up an Instagram dropshipping account, follow these steps. Set up an Instagram account. If you don't already have one, create a new Instagram account and complete your profile. Set up a website or online store. You will need a place to sell your products and process orders. You can use an e-commerce platform like Shopify or WooCommerce to set up a website or online store. Find suppliers, research and identify potential suppliers for the products you want to sell. You can use directories, trade shows, and wholesale marketplaces to find suppliers. Negotiate terms with your suppliers. Contact the suppliers and negotiate terms such as pricing, shipping, and returns policies. It's important to establish a good working relationship with your suppliers to ensure a smooth dropshipping process. Add products to your website. Once you have your website or online store set up, you can start adding products to your site. You will need to provide product descriptions, photos, and pricing information. Start posting. Begin posting engaging content that showcases your products and promotes your brand. You can use a mix of product photos, lifestyle images, and behind-the-scenes content to keep your followers interested. Engage with your audience. Interact with your followers by responding to comments and messages. and encourage them to tag their friends and leave reviews. Can I become dropshipper without website? While it is technically possible to become a dropshipper without a website, it is generally more challenging to do so. This is because a website or online store provides a central location for you to sell your products, process orders, and handle customer inquiries and returns. Without the website, you will need to find other ways to sell your products and handle the logistics of the dropshipping process. That being said, there are a few alternatives to setting up a traditional website if you want to become a dropshipper without building a website from scratch. For example, you can use an existing e-commerce platform like Amazon, eBay, or Etsy to sell your products. These platforms allow you to create a seller account and list your products for sale, and they handle much of the logistics of the dropshipping process for you. However, you will typically need to pay fees to use these platforms, and you may have less control over the branding and appearance of your store. Another option is to use a dropshipping platform like Oberlo or Spocket, which allow you to connect with suppliers and sell their products on your own website or through a third-party marketplace. These platforms typically offer tools and features to help you manage your dropshipping business and handle the logistics of the process. However, they may also charge fees for their services. Overall, while it is possible to become a dropshipper without a website, it is generally easier and more effective to set up a dedicated website or online store to sell your products and handle the logistics of the dropshipping process.